Do you know what the number one problem is for small businesses right now? It is getting access to loans and credit lines. Small businesses need money to operate, to survive, or to grow. And this current status of the economy is strangling their ability to borrow money. Why should that matter to you? Well, because I have a proven system that can solve that problem immediately for these businesses. And I'm going to show you how you can make money from it. What if I could show you how you can become your own home-based mini bank using none of your own money to give out as business loans, and as a result, create an extremely profitable lending business within the next 60 days? And what if I can guarantee that your lending business will be successful, or I work with you until you're making money with this business? Now, before your brain says not possible, I want you to know that our work has been featured in Forbes magazine, USA Today, Reuters, and many others. I had the opportunity to help hundreds of people like you who follow this system and have gotten massive results. Does it sound exciting? If so, then listen carefully. The world around us is changing at such a rapid pace, and it is up to people like you and I to make the most out of what we have, to adopt, to thrive through all of this change. Whether that's a recession or a pandemic or high inflation or unemployment, it is your duty to do something that will change your current situation and allow you to live a life on your own terms. That's why today I will talk to you about a business model that has helped not only me personally, but hundreds of people like you who are entrepreneurial and are ready to change their financial future once and for all. And all of these people went through the same training that you're about to go through. I will introduce you to a business model that solves the biggest problem small businesses and startups have in the United States, and how this problem is the most lucrative business opportunity you will ever come across. You might not see this video ever again. For that reason, please eliminate all distractions and give your full attention to me for only a few minutes. There's a massive problem that has been plaguing more than 34 million businesses in the US. But for the first time in the history of this country, you can become a part of solving this multi-trillion-dollar problem. And by doing so, I promise you that you will build yourself the most profitable, the most lucrative, and the most recession-proof business that has ever existed. Will this require work? Heck yeah. Is this a get-rich-quick scheme? Not at all. And most people will not even finish this video, to be perfectly honest, and they will make no attempt to change their financial future. Therefore, they will see no results, and this business will not work for them. Now, you're probably wondering what this business is and how I can make such strong claims as to what it can do for your financial future. Allow me to explain. Small businesses in US make up about 74% of the entire US economy. As you can imagine, if small businesses have big problems, that affects the entire economy. That affects you, that affects me, that affects everyone. And the biggest problem that they have created an industry called alternative lending industry. So what is this problem that's shifting the entire US business economy? Well, that's the demand for funding. These businesses need money, loans, credit. Small businesses need capital to start their businesses, obviously. They need money to grow. They need money to save. They need money to survive. They need money to take care of their day-to-day problems. Unlike large companies, they don't have access to investors, board of directors, banks, and private funding, etc. When they need money, they only have a few options. Either they need to rely on friends and family. Good luck with that. Maybe some government or local grant, which are rare and most small businesses do not even qualify for them. But most importantly, they need fast and reliable lending options that will approve them regardless of their situation for the most part. This is where the alternative lending comes to rescue. Because alternative lending allows people to get access to different types of funding options, regardless of their tax returns, credit scores, current revenue, whether they have any real estate or not as a collateral. And for the first time, you have an opportunity to become a business loan broker in this industry and solve this massive problem for these millions of small businesses. And by doing so, you can build yourself a super profitable business in record time. So you're probably wondering, well, If they all have this problem, why would they not just go to a bank and apply for a loan? That's a great question. Well, you got to understand that banks are not the solution. They're a part of the problem. See, when a small business applies for a loan, their application process can take up to 6 weeks. And they need to provide hundreds of pages of documentation. And they're still disapproved more than 80% of the time through these banks. Think about it for a second. Only 2 out of the 10 applications are approved. But small businesses do not have time or luxury to go through this process only to find out that they're disapproved. That's the very problem that created this $2 trillion alternative lending industry. And it started during the recession of 2008. Every year since then, this industry has been growing in triple digits. So how can you become a business loan broker and start your own commercial lending business? Now, you can become a business loan broker in this industry without any degrees in finance or any other specialty. No background is required. No certification or licensing are required, unlike other industries such as mortgage, insurance, or real estate. And with the right guidance and the systems in place, you can run this 100% remote from home with no overhead, no employees, no inventory or products, obviously, because you're actually selling the sexiest product on earth, which is money. And you can start and run this business either full-time or part-time, even if you have no sales or marketing experience. Now you're probably wondering how this business actually works and how you can actually build a business that can pay you anywhere from $2,000 to $20,000 per transaction and start generating revenue in the next 30 to 90 days, and how we can actually guarantee your success. Before I break that down for you, let me introduce myself. My name is Oz Konar. I'm the founder of an entrepreneurial system called Business Lending Blueprint. And I've been in the alternative lending industry for more than a decade and had the opportunity to speak nationally and internationally in front of hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs like you, teaching them about business lending, alternative lending options, and how to build a recession-proof business in this industry that give you the financial freedom, the location freedom, and the time freedom. My work has been featured on many publications such as Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, USA Today, Reuters, and many others. The success of the program has helped my company receive countless awards and accolades and helped us become one of the fastest growing companies in the United States. But most importantly, it allowed me to help hundreds of ambitious people to become aware of this well-kept secret industry and help them build their dream business that generates 6 or even 7 figures in a matter of months, not years. Take Brand, for example. When I met him, he was already in the industry, but he was dabbling. He didn't have a system. He was telemarketing and cold calling while he was going through major life difficulties. He was going through a relationship challenge and a major health challenge. It's taken him to a point of almost being homeless. He was pretty much friend hopping to use their internet to build this business. And when he came across Business Lending Blueprint System, he joined our community. In a matter of months, not only he built this business to a place where they're currently funding $1 million to $2 million a month, but he also found his business partner within our community. So they partnered up together. Currently, their net profit is $100,000 to $200,000, and they're growing their brokerage shop. Take Subina, for example. I was speaking in Vegas at an industry event. After my talk, she approached me and she told me what was going on in her life. Her and her husband were approaching retirement and they had this corporate jobs, right? But the company let both of them go at the same time because, as you know, the corporate world, they don't really like you when you get older, and they're going to have to pay you so they can hire someone who's much younger and pay you half the salary, right? So all of a sudden, both of them got unemployed and they didn't know what to do. So he came to the event just to hear about this business opportunity. They joined Business Lending Blueprint. In a matter of 6 months, they turned this into a family business, husband, wife, and 2 of the kids. And collectively, they started bringing in more than $100,000 a month. They chose real estate as their specialty. Elizabetta, I met her in New York City at our office. And at the time, she was in the insurance industry, and she was purchasing leads. She was trying to make it work. Insurance is very difficult. There's a lot of chargebacks and clawbacks. And I introduced her to this industry
We spoke on the phone a little bit, and she was convinced that with her skill set, this would be the best business. And a few months after that, she bought her dream car. She's traveling up to 10 times a year right now, running this business almost passively because she has systems in place. She's working in the medical arena, she's working in the insurance arena, and covering a bunch of different niches to provide funding to. And she's a good friend of mine at this point. Take Jason. Jason was a dock worker in New Jersey. Only thing he was looking forward to was pretty much his retirement if he can get there in a healthy manner, right? So there was nothing else that was looking forward to, but he noticed that he wanted to make a major change. So he obviously had no background in sales, marketing, or alternative lending. He saw me online through one of the ads, joined the Blueprint. In a matter of a few months, he took the company to $40,000 per month. That's profit. That's money in the bank. Look at Amir. When I met Amir, he was in the healthcare industry. He knew that a lot of the healthcare professionals needed capital, but he didn't really have any banks or any other funding partners that would allow them to fund the deals. And he didn't have any background in the lending industry. We made it available for him to work with our lending partners. And his first deal was helping a medical office buy an MRI equipment. Those machines are very expensive, obviously, but I generated Amir over $50,000 in commissions. That's why I interviewed him on my channel. Ever since then, he decided his focus would be the medical industry, and his average deal size, average commission per deal is anywhere from $10,000 to $35,000. We have hundreds and hundreds of these success stories, and after 10 years and working with so many students, we've gotten this business down to a science that delivers and allows us to guarantee the success of each of our students. I myself have been a business loan broker, and this industry allowed me to generate millions of dollars by age 30. That's why it's vitally important where you get your information and the coaching from. You want to learn from a company that actually has created a proven system that can be applied and followed with success every single time. You don't want to go through trial and error or be forced to learn through outdated, theoretical, or unproven strategies. See, for any type of business success, you need to have 4 elements in place. Number 1 is that you need to have control over where you get your leads and how you get them. You need to have a system that's very similar to how a faucet works. You turn off the tap and you get water. You turn it off or you turn it down when you want the water to slow down, right? So that's how your lead generation needs to be. So you don't end up telemarketing, cold calling, or purchasing leads just to have a steady flow of high quality leads. Number 2 is you need to have appropriate lending options available for anyone who's interested in getting funding, right? So you need to be in a position to offer funding regardless of the situation your customers are in. So you need to have access to multiple funding options. Number 3 is you need to be backed by the lenders who will actually fund the customers that you bring on board. So you want to have lenders who are flexible, who are versatile, so they can fund businesses with limited to bad credit history, with or without revenue, startups who need capital, and a lot more. Number 4 is that you need a reliable, predictable, and a proven system to follow. Listen, in this day and age, you can't spend time trying to figure it out on your own. You can't go through a trial and error. You can't rely on some random information you found on Google or YouTube or from some random characters and depend on generic information to reach your financial goals. We're living in an age that no one has time to be dropped into a course and forced to watch countless hours of videos and spend months on figuring things out before they start making money. That model doesn't work. That's why you need a turnkey business where all the things you will need to succeed and make money and build a legacy business for yourself and your family are provided to you from day one. Listen, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I built multiple 7-figure businesses, and on average, I spend over $120,000 or so per year on my own education and coaching. What exactly do I spend the money on? Well, I hire the best people in the areas I want to improve my business and personality on. So I can tell you from my personal experience that there is no easier way to build a hyper profitable business than working with the best in that industry and receiving direct one-on-one and group coaching from them. And that's exactly what Business Lending Blueprint provides. Let me walk you through what we do with you and why we're able to guarantee your success. As I mentioned, you need to have mastery over 4 elements to become a successful business loan broker. And number 1 is the leads. That's why we provide you with all the tools you need to generate unlimited amount of leads from day one. We give you your own customized website. We give you all the swipe and deploy digital assets that you need, ready to be used for you to generate leads on platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and any other prominent channels. You get your own customized flyers and documents and paperwork to be used to start funding deals immediately. We give you the email scripts, messaging scripts, and know-how to start generating leads through organic methods. That doesn't cost you money. We give you the ad copies, the creatives, and the templates if you want to run paid ads on YouTube or Facebook. You get access to your own software to submit your leads, check the status of them, and work with different lender partners and platforms to get multiple offers on your deals. You don't need to create your own software. You don't need to buy your own CRM or email system. All the tools that you need is all figured out for you to be used simply by following our instructions. Number 2, lending options. We give you access to more than a dozen different lending options that covers from startup funding, rapid funding options, real estate funding, micro funding that starts from $5,000 to tens of millions of dollars of funding. Number 3, we provide you the vetted lenders who can fund all of those deals. You can get to decide how you build your business since we give you access to the direct lenders with no middle guy, so you can work directly with them, or you can use our lending partners who funded over $2 billion to do the funding on your behalf. You decide how you want to build this business. You decide whether you want to build this as a side gig that can run itself in full automation, or you want to become a prominent loan broker through the network of the lenders that we provide. Number 4, support and coaching. This right here is what makes us the most results-driven coaching and training system out there. The moment you join BLB, you're assigned your own concierge person and you schedule your one-on-one onboarding call. On this call, we create a fully customized game plan with you for you to start making money in the next few days and weeks. This meeting is so important because everyone has different goals when they join BLB. Some just want to add a few $1,000s to their monthly income on the side, which is perfectly fine. Others want to generate millions of dollars in revenue and become a super broker. Others want to grow their own lending business and lend their own money and become basically like a bank. Others join because they want to add different lending options to their existing businesses. As you can imagine, each of those people require a different strategy to reach their ultimate goals. And our coaching team works with you to make sure you reach those goals. Within our network, we have over 200 years of accumulated experience between our community leaders, our lenders, our mentors, and BLB coaches, and you have access to all of them. You can actually book one-on-one Zoom calls with your coaches, or you can join the live ongoing training in a group setting with different lenders and different lending options on a weekly basis, and all those calls are recorded. You also get access to BLB training portal where you can get access to information 24/7 on demand. We have a network of more than 4,000 business loan brokers. When you join BLB, you're accepted into a private and exclusive online group where you get to know each broker. You can get help from all the community offers and each of those members, right? You also get access to our support team that's in US through phone, email, and Zoom meeting as needed. As you can agree at this point with me, we do what's right and what works. That's why if you're ready to build this recession-proof business and become a business loan broker through the BLB system, click the button below. And we're going to ask you a few questions so you can schedule a Zoom meeting with our expert team. And I can assure you that this won't be a high pressure, salesy, intimidating call. We're just looking to answer your questions and decide if we're a good fit for each other. Here's the truth. we're not looking to work with everyone. We have a lot of skin in the game, since we guarantee that you will be successful, or we work with you, we keep coaching you in perpetuity. This is not one of those programs where you're sold a bunch of information. We have your best interest at heart, because if you don't succeed, honestly, we will just have to work a lot more to make sure that you do. For that reason, we only want to work with people who we believe will be successful. And if we think that this is not a good fit for you, we will openly tell you at the end of our call, so we don't waste each other's time. Now, you might be thinking this will potentially cost tens of thousands of dollars, because starting a brick or mortar business or a franchise business or even starting an e-commerce company will actually cost you tens of thousands of dollars in preparation and licenses and the time it takes and all that stuff. But Business Lending Blueprint, you'll have different options to join our network, and some of them will give you the opportunity to get started with less than $1,000. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on our call. Please click on the button below this video to answer a few questions with full transparency, please, and book your call. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you on our call.